With over 100,000 songs uploaded to music streaming services like Spotify and SoundCloud, chances of your music blowing up is not that great, but it does happen, making that artist a hit maker. Some acts are able to produce more hits after achieving their first, while some never attain another while slowly taking a back seat, becoming forgotten while their song lives on without them. We all know songs that are amazing and that stand the test of time, but don't know the artist who performed it. Now, for all the artists mentioned in the video, I'm not saying you should feel sorry for them or that they are not good artists, because I have no hits, and it's better to have one hit than none. I'm Don, your pop culture boy. Y'all asked for part 2 of these artists got completely forgotten after one hit, so here we are. Rich Boy is an American rapper from Mobile, Alabama. Some of y'all might not know who he is, but he was popping for a moment back in the day after releasing the Polo the Don produced track, Throw Some D's, in 2006. Initially, Rich Boy studied mechanical engineering at Tuskegee University, but he dropped out in order to pursue a rap career. He signed to Zone 4, a joint venture between producer Polo the Don and Interscope. Zone 4 also had a hand with the success of Keri Hilson's career. In 2005, Rich was featured on Ludacris' compilation project Disturbing the Peace, and he also appeared on Drake's second mixtape, Comeback Season. He also released his first major mixtape in 2006, so Rich was definitely putting in the work. That same year, Rich Boy released Throw Some D's on August 15, which would go on to be his most successful song in his rap career, peaking number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100. In the 2000s, you could watch his music video on BET, 106 & Park, and on MTV. Throw Some D's was also certified platinum in the US and listed at number 37 on the Rolling Stones 100 Best Songs of 2007. Rich Boy was one of the most popping rappers and was included on the cover of XXL as a member of the Hip Hop Magazine inaugurational Freshman 10 list, appearing on his cover with other upcoming rappers Lupe Fiasco, Jay Electronica, and Lil Boozy. That same year, the rapper won Rookie of the Year at the BET Hip Hop Awards. The rapper's self-titled debut studio album was released on March 13, 2007. The project debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 with 112,000 copies sold in its first week. To further support the album, Boy Looka Here and Good Things featuring Polo the Don and Keri Hilson was released with their own music video, but failed to crack the Billboard Hot 100 like the first single, Throw Some D's. Instead, hitting minor chart, the Hot R&B/Hip-Hop Songs chart, where both tracks peaked in the top 50. Now, after the release of the rapper's first studio album, his career stalled. Many outside his native Alabama slowly forgot about him, and it's apparent he was shelved by Interscope. He finally released his second studio album, Break the Pot, in 2013, under E1, and the album went unnoticed because a 6-year gap from releasing friendly GP material and also staying out of sight, out of mind will result in a flop release. Also in 2013, Rich Boy was ordered to pay $300,000 to a tax accountant who said he was shot by Rich Boy's brother in the rapper's car in 2005. In 2022, it was reported that Rich Boy was arrested on 2 charges of third-degree domestic violence, with one specifying harassment and the other concerning assault. It's also reported the arrest came as a result of an altercation with his own parents. There have also been videos circulated online where the rapper looks a bit rough, causing many to speculate there is something wrong going on mentally. But in the comments under some of these videos, people are also saying that the rapper is doing just fine. Another artist we forgot about that made a banger is Pia Mia. And if you're wondering who is Pia Mia, I'm sure you've heard her most popular song. Pia Mia is an American singer from Guam, an unincorporated territory of the United States. Born September 19, 1996, Pia Mia has been uploading covers on YouTube as early as 2011. In an interview with Power 106 Los Angeles, the singer revealed that she and Kylie Jenner were friends, and in 2013 at a Kardashian dinner, she sang a cover of Drake's single Hold On, We're Going Home. where both Drake and Kanye were in attendance. Kim Kardashian would post the video on social media, which drove traffic to Pia Mia. Pia Mia released her debut extended play, The Gift, in 2013, which got a reissue after the singer signed a multi-album deal with Interscope Records in 2014. The Guamanian then released a track with Chance the Rapper, Fight For You, for the 2014 science fiction action film Divergent. That same year, she began working on her debut album, which we'll talk about in a bit. The following year, Pia Mia released Fuck You, featuring American rapper G-Eazy, along with the music video, which caught my attention at the time, and I was like, so we have this new debut artist on the scene that's gonna dominate. The singer got her break into the mainstream in 2015 with the track Do It Again, featuring Chris Brown and Tyga. Coined as one of the summer songs of 2015, Do It Again samples the 2011 reggae hit Let's Do It Again, a song by Guamanian artist J Boog. Now, Pia's version peaked number 71 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed on the charts for 11 weeks, and it was certified platinum by the RIAA. The song peaked number 5 in Australia and number 8 in the UK, and the music video has over 500 million views on YouTube. Pia continued her career after that, of course, releasing music with artists like Jeremiah and will.i.am, but nothing has topped her 2015 hit Do It Again. She also released a second EP in 2017, The Gift 2, and about that album, well, she's yet to release one. Instead, she has left Interscope and briefly signed a deal with Republic Records in 2020 to now being an independent artist. Next on the list is Right Said Fred. And if you're wondering who they are, don't worry, I don't know them either, but I do know their song, Right Said Fred are an English pop band formed by brothers Fred and Richard Fairbrass in 1989. I'm Too Sexy, their most popular song, was released on July 15, 1991 as their debut single from their debut album, Up. The brothers have stated that the song lyrics are centered on certain users of the gym they owned in London, who they claim had no shame. A lot of the models use our gym, so we thought it was time to start poking fun of them. The song peaked number 2 in the UK and stayed in the top 10 for 3 months. I'm Too Sexy also topped the charts in 32 countries including the US and has been a pop culture staple since its release. The group has released more projects and singles over the years, but none of the group's other songs were able to match or surpass the success of I'm Too Sexy. Many artists has sampled the group's 1991 hit From Drake to Taylor Swift and Without a Hitch. Beyoncé, on the other hand, was blasted by Right Said Fred, who claimed the singer didn't get their permission to use a track, which was interpolated in Beyoncé's Alien Superstar on Renaissance Act 1 album. Normally the artist approaches us, but Beyoncé didn't because she's such an arrogant person. She just had probably thought, come and get me. So we heard about it after the fact, when you did. The group said speaking at the 2022 BMI Awards. But everyone else, Drake and Taylor Swift, they came to us. To use our melody, they need our permission, so they sent us the demo and we approved it. And if so, we get a co-write credit. Now, Beyoncé's team did deny the claim, stating permission was not only granted for its use, but they publicly spoke of their gratitude for being on the album. 2000s pop star Venessa Carlton has more than one hit, memorable songs, but I don't think a lot of people remember her today, but definitely know her music. Venessa Carlton is responsible for the worldwide smash 1,000 Miles. Now, the song was originally titled Interlude. 1,000 Miles was playing everywhere from department stores to nightclubs, playing in the hood, or Pandagaza or Pandagully, making it a worldwide hood classic. It was played while some took a shit. It was playing everywhere. Released in 2002, 1,000 Miles was inspired by a crush Vanessa had on a Juilliard student who is now a very famous actor.
I can't say the person's name because they're like a famous actor and I don't want to say.
Do they know the songs about them?
No.
Whom she met while she was attending the School of American Ballet. The track peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song also experienced commercial success worldwide, reaching number 1 in Australia, number 3 in Ireland, and the top 10 in the UK, France, Italy, the Netherlands, and New Zealand. The song also has an iconic placement in the comedy White Chicks.
I love this song! And I need you.
Which is responsible for the domino effect of people listening to the song and freaking out with their friends before it starts, or while it starts.
Making my way through the hood, sipping this yak.
Vanessa's next single, Ordinary Day, which had a similar vibe to her debut, 1,000 Miles, was released 5 months later to lesser fanfare, peaking in the top 30 on the Hot 100, while Pretty Baby, ooh, I love that song, the third single, would miss the Hot 100. The singer's debut studio album, Not Nobody, was released on April 30th, 2002 through A&M Records, and it managed to sell over 1 million copies in the US and peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200. The project also shipped more than 2 million units worldwide. Now back to 1,000 Miles. There's something really special about it, something very timeless, and her label was convinced it should be released. They rushed the music video and made it her single before fully developing or finalizing Vanessa's brand. And side note, Vanessa was almost dropped by A&M. But yeah, 1,000 Miles was just too huge and it overshadowed everything that came after. Even Vanessa herself. Vanessa still releases music today, and I think Vanessa was ahead of her time. I think if she debuted in the late 2000s like 2010 or 2009, maybe she would have had a better career in terms of notoriety, as at that time the internet was rising and fandoms were growing as well. In the early 2000s, piracy was a bigger issue than it is now, and labels were losing a lot of money, and they relied heavily on that big pop formula they normally box younger artists in at the time. But Vanessa was a lot more artistic and chill in my opinion. Her label really didn't know what to do with her. They did not know how to market her properly. Harmonium, the artist's second studio album, released in 2004, saw lesser success than her debut, Be Not Nobody. Harmonium debuted at number 33 on the US Billboard 200 with 36,000 copies sold in its first week. Only one song off the project was used to promote the album, the track titled White Horses, which also got a music video which was later banned by MTV because of its sexual content. Vanessa said it was hypocritical for MTV because all that is on MTV is sex. Due to low sales of her sophomore, A&M wanted to make another album and blamed her for the low sales of Harmonium and for not doing as she was told. Vanessa left A&M Records in 2005 and released her third album, Heroes and Thieves, through Murder Inc. and Universal Motown. In the music video for Nolita Fairy Tale, the beginning of the video is a step-by-step duplication of the video for her first single, 1,000 Miles. That's until the singer gets up, walks away from the piano, and then a taxicab crashes into it. Many acts kickstart their career utilizing the dance craze formula due to its almost guaranteed success. That being said, it can also put you in a box and not make people take you seriously, as most dance crazes tend to cater to a more kid audience. In the 2010s, Georgia native Silento would use the same formula to gain mainstream attention back in 2015 with his overtly popular Watch Me Whip Nay Nay song. Being certified platinum 6 times in the US, and currently the music video has over 2 billion views on YouTube. In terms of charts, Watch Me Whip Nay Nay peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, where it has spent 6 non-consecutive weeks, being kept from the number 1 spot on the chart by songs Cheerleader by Omi and Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd. The rapper released his mixtape fresh out of high school in 2018, but by that time, most moved on to other artists and forgot about him. Now, he did sign a 4-album deal with Capitol, but has only released independent mixtapes after signing with the record label. Now, let's be real, I think we all knew from the start Silento would be a one-hit wonder, but most did not anticipate how his life would take a dark turn. In 2019, Silento appeared on an episode of The Doctors, where he opened up about his struggles with depression. The rapper details how he was born with all types of in his system from birth and had a rough childhood. At age 14, Silento was taking ADHD medications and sleeping pills, getting into fights at school, and eventually ending up in juvenile detention. Depression doesn't leave you when you become famous. It adds more pressure. I don't know if I can truly be happy. I don't know if these demons will ever go away, said the then 21-year-old rapper at the time. In 2020, Silento was arrested after he entered a random family home looking for his girlfriend with a hatchet in his possession. According to XXLMag.com, Silento, whose real name is Richard Lamar Hawk, was taken into custody on Friday, August 29 after walking into a random home looking for his girlfriend while wielding a hatchet in the Valley Village section of Los Angeles. The LAPD said one of the occupants of the home had a gun, which stopped him. TMZ also reports that a member of the household screamed for help, and other people took Silento to the ground to disarm him. Silento's friend arrived at the home to tell the rapper that he was at the wrong house, and they fled before cops arrived. Silento was apprehended by LAPD officers about a block away from the home. He was charged with 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon. Things would continue to get worse for the rapper as in 2021, he was charged with the murder of one of his cousins. Currently, Silento is being held in a DeKalb County jail without bond. Now the last artist on the list is Omi. Omi is a reggae fusion artist from the island of Jamaica. He did the Cheerleader song that was popular in 2015. Originally released locally in 2012, it was later remixed by German producer Felix, blending the song with house and electro, making it a reggae fusion tropical vibe, giving the track new life in 2014. But it was in 2015 when the song started to rise commercially after a remix extended play was released in May 2015 by Ultra Records. Now, if you haven't heard both versions, here you go.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
The original track was a hit in Jamaica, Hawaii, and Dubai in 2012. Named Billboard Song of the Summer in 2015, the song debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 in early May and eventually reached number 1 in July. Cheerleader also went number 1 in 20 countries including the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, France, Mexico, Ireland, Sweden, and Germany. The music video for the remix version currently has 1.3 billion views on YouTube. Also around this time, the genre tropical house would explode, and it caused controversy because many, including myself, think it was a shady way of erasing or whitewashing the dancehall music genre, which originated on the island of Jamaica. Now, tropical house is definitely a thing, but the wider music industry called obvious dancehall sounds tropical house, and they did this notably with Justin Bieber's Sorry, and it rubbed a lot of people who is familiar with the dancehall genre the wrong way. To further capitalize on the fame Omi was seeing at the time, he and his team released Hula Hoop, which was successful but mainly internationally, missing the Billboard Hot 100, only imprinting on the US bubbling under Hot 100 singles chart, which is basically the Hot 100's little cousin, peaking at number 16.
Like a hula hula hoop.
And Hula Hoop is kind of Cheerleader's cousin as well, as it's really similar. Now the Hula Hoop is a good song. It had the same vibe of Cheerleader, but it didn't do what Cheerleader did. What do you think about this video, and are there any artists I missed that you think I should have included? Now if you want a part 3, leave a comment telling me that you want a part 3. Also, in order to get part 3, like the video and watch the video as many times as possible, and if you want to take it even further, share it with a friend who likes shit like this. Yeah, thanks in advance. I was gonna put Carly Rae Jepsen on here, but I was like, people still know who Carly Rae Jepsen is. Yeah, she's a one-hit wonder, but I think people still know who she is. But hey, if y'all want me to include her in part 3, let me know in the comments. Thank you in advance for sharing, and I appreciate everyone who watched the video up until this point, and just, keep coming back. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and follow me on Instagram. Do not follow me on Twitter. Again, follow me on Instagram, links below, but do not follow me on Twitter. I'm Don, your pop culture boy, and I will see you in the next one.